Hello. Welcome to another episode of Pitchside TV. I'm your host, Kuda Biza. And in this video today, I'm going to be interviewing an amazing freestyler from Los Angeles, California. And his name is Umar Delati. And he's done so many amazing things. So I can't wait for you guys to meet him. So without any further ado, let's bring Umar into the mix. Hey, Umar, how are you?
How's it going, everyone? I'm doing well.
How's everything? How is California?
When I look out the window, I'm about maybe 30 feet away from the beach. It's a beautiful day. No clouds, nice. No sunshine. Best place to be.
Cool. Well, I'm in New York City, and it's snowy. It was raining earlier, so I'm so envious of you and you being in California. So anyway, let's dive into it because I think we have a lot to talk about. 2018 Freestyle Champion. So I guess you've been at it for a long time. So can you just walk me through your journey as a freestyler? Like, how did it start? What inspired you? And what got you to where you are today?
Yeah, absolutely. I started playing soccer, at the age of 5, and I played for about 11 years until I got to high school. And soccer was my life. I was obsessed. I didn't think about anything besides when my next soccer game was and when I was going to get to play in a live match again. I was very incorporated in this world, and I didn't think about anything but soccer for a long time. And I never ever really saw my life without soccer either. I couldn't even imagine what that would be like. I got to high school, and the coaching at my high school was just kind of poor. I was losing passion for the classic game on the pitch, and my coaches were not making me feel like I wanted to continue playing. But luckily, one of my really close friends discovered street soccer and kind of this more technical side to the game that we knew, with a focus on a more individualized approach. And for us, we always kind of loved that individual flair that a player could have, to have skills, to be better than someone else, to be able to get past someone else using your mind and your emotions. Yeah. Always been attracted to that part of the game. Always loved that part of the game. Always was a ball hog because I loved that part of the game. Loved to show off and to do something with the ball. But yeah, my close friend and I, we got into street soccer, and we kind of discovered this whole culture. And the cool thing about this culture was freestyle soccer was very well integrated into the street scene. It was still very new at the time, and just the basics, just to see the basics for me at a young age was captivating. And I had to learn. I became very obsessed with learning. And I started with one trick, learning from my close friend who was also practicing at the same time. And that one trick turned into 2 tricks, turned into 3 tricks, turned into
a championship.
Yeah, it turned into me practicing by myself. Because when I originally started, I was always practicing with my friend, and he kind of had a little bit of a head start on me. So he was showing me the moves that he was learning. But eventually, I decided that I wanted to pursue this, and I wanted to keep practicing. And I kept practicing with my friend because it was just fun. We were just having fun. There was no ulterior motive, like, I want to make money, I want to travel, I want to compete, I want to do all these things. Was not even thinking about any of this.
So let's watch one of your clips, because I'm pretty sure people would like to see some of the skills that you have, right? So I spent some time on your social media today, and I kind of like, I was stuck in really picking which one, because all of the videos are good. So I just kind of like took what I really felt like would be great for our viewers to watch. So let's watch a couple, and maybe you can do like a freestyling 101 and explain some of the moves, what you were doing, where you were, and
give you guys some history on the clips too, like where they happened, what was going on, some background.
All right, cool. So let's watch one right now.
So I'm training at soccer team event. I don't remember what it was specifically, but there was a lot of soccer teams there, and we were sharing freestyle with the kids, teaching them, and firstly showcasing what we could do, and then teaching them and saying, "Hey, now you guys are going to do this." And I'm lucky enough to be able to say that freestyle is my full-time job, and I'm trying to continue to keep it that way.
Oh, wow.
So I get a beautiful opportunity to share freestyle with as many people as I can.
So you're now a professional freestyler?
I've been a professional freestyler for about 6-7 years, yeah.
Oh, that's amazing. One thing I will say is that you had shorter hair back then.
I did have a lot shorter hair back then.
Now it's a little bit more.
Going for the Zlatan look. Now.
I was gonna say that, especially because he was in LA with the Galaxy too.
Yeah, it's funny. I would have been perfect when he was here.
Yeah, cool. So I love what you're doing. I mean, you're inspiring the youth, and you're showing them what's to them could be impossible. That hey, it can be possible. And that trick that you were doing, is it around the world where you put your leg around the ball? Did I get the name right?
In the clip that you just showed, I was actually sitting down, and my leg was going around the ball. We call that a sitting crossover. So I was doing sitting crossovers. Around the worlds are when you complete a revolution with your foot while standing. And that's like the classic Maradona around the world,
Perfect. All right. Let's watch another one, because I think this one probably is one with and around the world.
Yeah, let's do it. Oh yeah. So this is a little bit more of a technical clip. Funny enough, here I'm actually at the World Championships in Prague, Czech Republic, and I'm hanging out, just training with some of the best freestylers in the entire world. You'll see after my combo, I fall exhausted. You can see a bunch of great guys who understand what I'm doing and appreciate what I was doing. Very cool vibes, very cool scene to be at.
So you're saying that every year there's these World Championships in Prague where a bunch of freestylers come in and you guys just do your thing?
It's the coolest thing ever. I actually experienced it for the first time when I was like 17 or 18, I believe. And yeah, essentially it's the open World Freestyle Soccer Championships. Anyone is allowed to register and compete. We normally have about 400 registered players every year. And it's an amazing experience. It goes on for about a week long. And at the end of the week, we have the World Championships, and it narrows down to the top 16 guys who then go all the way to number one. And
so
yeah,
how far have you gone in that competition?
I've made it 2 rounds through the competition before. So I've made it to the top 100, and I got close to making it into the top 64. But I have not competed since 2019 now in the World Championships.
So do you plan on going and competing again?
Yes, absolutely.
So let's watch another one. This next clip, to me, I actually think it's my favorite because the camera angles and I think you were using a drone or something. It was a crazy one. When I was just watching it, I was just like, whoa, what's going on here? So I hope the viewers get to enjoy it. So
and they flew me out to Houston to shoot this with an extremely creative and talented content creator who actually has this drone that he built, and he put a GoPro on top of it, and it's a high-speed racing drone. So he's able to shoot footage unlike any other camera in the world on his drone, on his custom drone that you can't buy. And that's why that content came out so incredible.
Yeah, like when I saw it, I was just like, what is going on here?
Yeah, that makes no sense.
How did he do it? And what city did you say you did it?
We went to Houston to shoot that.
Okay. Yeah, because when I was watching it, I was like, wow, this is super creative, and I just kind of like, whoa, I need to ask him like, what's going on here? How did you do it? Because I think other content creators would love to create something like that, but given that it's kind of like a one in a kind camera, I think it'll be pretty difficult to do. And then what's the name of this content creator who did this?
His name is Johnny FPV. He's extremely famous on Instagram. He has over 500,000 followers, I think. Yeah, he's killing it.
All right, I'll take a look into him. And then I think you and a bunch of friends did a Euro trip, right? Because saw another clip where I think you guys were in Europe. So would love to hear the stories after. So let's watch the clip, and then maybe you can give us a summary of what was going on here.
Let's do it.
So it looks like it's a lot of cities in Europe. I think I saw maybe what seemed like Paris, I guess, and maybe Prague. I might be wrong.
I did 12 countries. Paris was one of the ones I didn't do in that.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So what were the countries and cities that you went to?
So I believe that trip was in 2017. I started off flying to Poland, Warsaw, Poland, and I honestly flew with a friend from Los Angeles, and we went to Poland because it was one of the cheaper flights to Europe, and we were planning to go to the World Championships in Prague. So we decided to hop on a bus in Poland and go to Prague from Poland. So we did that, and we spent about a week at the World Championships, had a great time, and then we ended up organizing a random trip with another group of freestylers, some prominent guys. And we went to Germany, Berlin. We stayed with some other freestylers in Germany, Berlin. We had a good time. We explored. I had never been to Berlin before. Absolutely fell in love with it. Such a beautiful city, and just very cool for people around my age, I would say, because it's such a college town.
Yep.
After Berlin, the European Freestyle Championships was having in Manchester. So my friends and I flew out to
the UK,
Manchester after Berlin, and I had never been to London either. So I wanted to experience London after Manchester, and I actually ended up going by myself and just hanging out with the freestylers there and exploring and doing all kinds of things. Every part of this trip would not have been possible if it was not for the freestylers who were supporting me, hosting me, meeting me along the way, and treating me like family, and just making the experience all around incredible. I went to so many countries in this trip. I don't know if I should continue to list them out, but it was...
I think I have the list now because I pulled up the post. So you also went to Denmark, you went to Sweden, you went to Hungary, you went to Italy, Luxembourg, Netherlands, and Belgium.
Yes, there you go.
So wow, like because as I was looking at it, I was like, oh wow, I'd love to hear the stories here. But I think the thing that I actually find interesting is that you guys are a community and you look out for each other because you have this one common thing that brings you all together, which is freestyle. I love the camaraderie that you guys in your community have, and it's interesting to see. So we'll watch one more clip and then we'll get into other things. So curious for you to tell us this story. This seems like you was maybe in the US, I'm guessing.
Yeah, so, it was. Definitely, you can see the Golden Gate Bridge.
Right? The Golden Bridge.
Golden Gate Bridge in the background. I was actually in San Francisco, funny enough, for a freestyle soccer competition that was being hosted in San Jose. And it was a great trip. A bunch of freestylers from Southern California and we all drove up together, and we showed up to this competition to represent and do our thing. It was a really cool experience, and one of my early competitive experiences as well.
That's amazing. So earlier you talked about working with Audi. What other brands have you worked with? Like maybe soccer teams as well? Like just walk me through how your talent has opened doors for you.
Yeah, so I've worked with so many brands, soccer teams, clubs, businesses. At this point, it's hard to have them all come to my mind so I can list them. But just off the top of my head, I've worked for LA Galaxy, Los Angeles FC, the Houston Dynamo, Colorado Rapids, Manchester United, PSG, and FC Bayern was that Audi commercial that was in partner with FC Bayern as well. So I went out, I shot content with the FC Bayern players, and I freestyled with them. And it's Adidas, Puma, Nike, every major sports brand you can think of, I've worked with at some point.
That's pretty cool. So talking about PSG, we actually have a relationship with PSG at Signables. As you can see, we have a collection of our products. So these are our products, and it's basically a signed flat ball. So I'd be curious to see what you're able to do with it.
Real signature?
Yeah. So this one, it's a digital signature, right? So
gotcha.
Yeah. So, here's an example of what the product looks like.
Yeah, I actually got 2 of these yesterday from you guys.
Yeah. So that's our product, and PSG is one of our top sellers, especially Neymar and Mbappe. We also do have Kimpembe, we have Icardi, Di Maria, and Verratti as part of the collection. And this was actually the first team that we built a relationship with. And it's a brand that we love. It's very fashionable, so to say. I think it's probably one of the more fashion-forward brands in soccer, and some of the collaborations that they've done with, Jordan and things like that really shows how the street look can really connect with fans and users. So are you a soccer fan yourself? Is there a team that you support? Do you have a favorite player?
I have always loved Zinedine Zidane. And in terms of favorite team, I love watching good football, to be honest. So I've never been much of a dedicated supporter for any team, but I love FC Barcelona. I do. I think FC Barcelona is dope.
Yeah, they've been a dominant team for quite some time. So, especially with Messi and some of their other top players like Xavi, Iniesta, so they've had some really good talent. This season, they're struggling a little bit, but I don't know how many more seasons Messi is going to give us, but hopefully a few more. But anyway, to wrap it up, one last question: what's next for you? What can people expect to see from you? And also, more importantly, how can people follow what you're doing?
Absolutely. So what I've been working on in the past couple of months is an academy to share freestyle with as many people as I possibly can. It's called Freestyle Soccer Academy, and it's here in California. And I've just been working with children and kids ages 18 and older. Even sometimes I have, kids who are, not kids, but people who are much older who are interested in learning freestyle. So at the time being, all I've been doing is working on sharing freestyle with as many people as I can. And I've kind of been keeping my own freestyle skills a secret, been working on my own level and progressing, staying hidden off the camera. But I plan to return to social media at some point and start sharing what I've been working on, and hopefully wow everyone. And you can follow me at Umar Freestyle on Instagram. And if you're interested in learning freestyle, my website is freestylesocceracademy.org. And that's about it.
That's awesome. So Umar, thank you so much for your time and, sharing your wonderful gifts with the world. You definitely caught our attention, and we're like, hey, we need to talk to this guy and bring him to our community so that they can learn about you and hopefully they can come and follow you. And we can't wait to see what you've been working on when you release it. So, don't keep us waiting for too long. So thank you so much for coming in. And for the viewers, again, you can always follow us on Shop Signables. If you want to go grab some of our sports collectibles, officially licensed merchandise with a lot of the teams. But thank you again, Umar. Have a wonderful day and enjoy the sunny weather in LA.
I will. I'm about to go to the beach. Have a great rest of your day and enjoy, everyone. Peace out.
All right. Bye.
Later.